Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Underneath for Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Sua Craven's up to make the stop. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Looking long for his tight end read. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. For the Eagles, a look now at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job.
Check 26, check 26. Rotate, spell.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for. When offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, fellas.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play, don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Hunt. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Past the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
You better be ready next time.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He finds his man Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Take 4. Take 4. Check. Nice down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown. Gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll sit due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, we got 4.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 31. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On first down, it's Hunt. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Haskins. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Haskins now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, try to run it in, they did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Mike, 56. Squeeze, double.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Haskins to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action. Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this foot. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A big run by Kareem Hunt. 41 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Tighten up.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 3rd down, punt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this game's had a little bit of everything. Here's another little something. A potential game-tying fourth-quarter field goal that winds up hitting iron.
And there's always a chance that it's going to hit and bank itself in, but no such luck that time. And that's a body blow right there.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.